Man rescued a sheep wandering across a field at night, and the startled animal sprinted away. The bear wandered around a pool and then climbed in to relax, enjoying a sunny day like it was a private spa.
Holy sh! I'm recording. I can't do everything at once. Oh, because he's cold. He's hot, Mom. It's 90 degrees outside.
He is as skilled as if he had done this hundreds of times.
Yes.
Man and a bear frightened each other at the same time beside a house in daylight before the bear bolted off. Cheetah roamed near a house at night, but ran away after a sleeping dog suddenly startled it awake.
Hi.
Black bear carefully descended from a house railing with its cub, creating a surprisingly gentle moment.
Hi. The little baby.
Thousands of birds burst out of their cage into the daytime sky, filling the air with wings and freedom. Large group of massive fish glided through the water in daylight, moving like a single underwater force. Huge fish swam beneath the surface in daylight, creating a mesmerizing sight for anyone watching. High-pressure water suddenly erupts from the street in daylight, flooding the area in seconds like a geyser from below. Explosion atop the mountain launches a towering wall of dust into the sky like a volcanic blast. Clouds formed in the sky in gentle wave-like shapes, looking almost like the ocean floating above. Vast clouds spread across the sky at evening with sunlight glowing through it, creating an unforgettable scene. Clouds viewed from a plane at sunset looked unreal, painting the sky in soft layers of light. Evening sky above the city glows as airplane trails paint the clouds in soft, fading light. Red-tinted clouds hover above a busy highway as sunlight transforms traffic into a moving silhouette. Nearly half the mountain collapses in a terrifying landslide as screaming spectators flee for their lives. Massive section of green hillside suddenly tears away, exposing the raw earth beneath. Violent landslide from a rocky mountain buries the road below as shocked people scramble to escape. Mountainside collapses with buildings sliding down into flowing water beneath in a terrifying chain reaction. Live stage performance lights up the scene with electrifying effects that feel straight out of a concert fantasy. Thousands of birds blacken the sky beside the mountain in a breathtaking daytime migration. Pressure-filled water blast knocks down a wall on the street as a stunned woman runs for safety. Entire building collapses before a crowd at midday, flooding the air with thick, choking dust. Swarm of insects floods a roadside light at night, turning the darkness into a moving cloud. Scuba diver glides peacefully beside schools of fish underwater in broad daylight. Mobile phone suddenly ignites on a man's lap as he jumps up in shock and terror. Four bottles flip through the air at once and land perfectly in a 1 in a million stunt. Small tornado spins through a parking lot beside buildings and smashes straight through the main gate. Leaking gas cylinder is carried out by a brave man sprinting to save everyone inside. Sunlight splits through the clouds above the city, creating rainbow colors across the daytime sky. Perfectly round-cut trees line the walkway like a natural art gallery as a man passes by. Man attempts to wash his bike, but it suddenly drives itself forward in a moment of pure confusion. Beach water shimmers white under daylight, giving the shoreline a surreal, icy look. Tiny insects blend flawlessly with leaves in a man's hand, proving nature's perfect camouflage. Three-wheeler begins rolling on its own as a man runs desperately to stop it from crashing. Fire performer rises above the sea on jet-powered water pressure as crowds stop in awe. Cheetah wanders outside a building at night before vanishing into the darkness. Swarm of flies suddenly pours out of a small hole in a metal container like a living storm. Deer casually walks into a restroom and starts eating tissue paper. Snake slithers inside a building in daylight as a terrified man bolts for his life. Tiny crocodile slides beneath a parked car at night as a man records with his cat frozen in shock. Road collapses after a landslide, damaging multiple cars as stunned people watch helplessly. Floodwaters swallow a mountainside building and rip it completely apart. Ice chunks and fish float together beside an icy mountain under bright daylight. Lightning explodes overhead as a man opens his gate at night, sending fear straight through him. Thunder cracks above a basketball court as players scatter in panic. Violent landslide hurls massive boulders and half a mountainside downward as onlookers run in terror. Man feeds dozens of fish underwater on a sunny day in a peaceful ocean moment. Massive wave crashes into beachgoers with shocking force, yet everyone survives the impact. Scooter rider nearly crashes into a car in a terrifying near miss that freezes the street. Man riding on the back of a truck loses balance, falls hard, and shatters the cupboard as people scream in shock. Windstorm snaps a tree like a twig as a man records just seconds before it crashes down. Giant rock breaks loose from the mountain and crashes down in a storm of dust. Pickup truck almost ran over a fallen biker, but the driver swerved and saved him at the last possible second. Two trucks nearly collided on a busy road, but both drivers reacted fast and avoided impact. Cylinder burst in a small garage in Lahore as two workers bolted out in pure terror, realizing how close they were to disaster. Explosion ripped through a kitchen seconds after a man stepped out, almost like fate pushed him away just in time. Stove blew up in front of a group cooking together, leaving everyone frozen in shock as flames flashed across the room. Blue container violently exploded on a field's edge, sending three men sprinting away before they could even process what happened. Children sprinting across a road narrowly escaped being hit by a car, a moment that could have turned tragic in seconds. Child ran into heavy traffic and almost stepped in front of a truck, but the alert driver stopped in time, shocking everyone around. Two trucks smashed together right in front of a man on a scooter, sending him fleeing in fear as debris flew. Truck lost control on a highway and almost slammed into another vehicle, leaving everyone watching with their hearts racing. Three-wheeler rammed into the back of a truck and lifted it off the ground, creating a crazy scene on a busy road. Fire burst out of a sewer and erupted onto a busy street, leaving people stunned by how dangerous it looked. Two people on an EV nearly got clipped by a speeding truck, but the driver's quick reactions saved the moment. Cheetah wandered into a residential area in broad daylight, sending a dog and the nearby children running for safety. Powerful wind gusts ripped off a house roof in the city, throwing dust clouds into the air like a sandstorm. Woman nearly toppled onto a car as a strong wind wave pushed her off balance. Small tornado formed in broad daylight, swirling through the area like nature showing off a warning. Tornado pressure tore a shelter roof clean off, sending it spinning into the sky in a frightening display. Heavy winds ripped a building's roof away and hurled it onto the street, shocking everyone nearby. Woman jumped from a tree and almost crashed to the ground, but somehow landed safely, looking completely stunned. Delivery worker leaped over a fence the second he spotted a dog sprinting toward him. Olympic reflexes instantly activated.
That was impressive. I gotta say, I saw you on the camera.
Crowd looked up as hundreds of birds burst from a tree at once, covering the bright sky like a moving cloud. Thousands of birds swarmed across the sky, blanketing the entire area in a massive, surreal wave of wings. Two boys bounced wildly on sticks along a sunny street, looking like they invented their own extreme sport. Lady showed off her sharp shooting aim, while another woman stood beside her, absolutely shocked by the precision. Giant fish opened its mouth above the water right next to a passing boat, shocking everyone who saw it up close. Big fish leaped out of the ocean in daylight, creating a splash so huge it startled the entire boat crew. Sea lion glided gracefully under the water, moving like a shadow in the bright afternoon light. Massive school of tiny fish moved underwater, so tightly packed it looked like one giant dark creature shifting in the ocean. Three birds blended into a tree so perfectly that spotting them felt like solving a nature puzzle. Bird hovered in one spot above the sea, held in place by the crazy strong wind pressure. Lightning tore into a tree during a rainy evening, lighting up the neighborhood with a violent crack. Lightning slammed into a cluster of trees and shook the ground, leaving people speechless in the rain. Lightning hammered the road with busy traffic at night, right in front of stunned witnesses. Lightning blasted the side of a building in the city, illuminating the skyline with a deafening roar. Lightning streaked from the sky and struck the water near a coastal city at dusk, glowing bright for a split second. Lightning hit a road full of moving cars at night, creating a terrifying flash in front of drivers. Lightning shot down onto the roadside and filled the area with dark smoke as people watched in shock. Thousands of flying insects filled the night sky above the city, covering buildings like a living cloud. Thousands of insects crawled across the ground at night, turning the earth into a moving carpet. Massive waves of insects swarmed along the beach on a sunny day, leaving people completely disturbed. Huge fish burst out of the ocean for just a moment, stunning everyone watching from the boat. Rare two-faced snake rests calmly on a man's hand, leaving viewers stunned by a sight nature almost never reveals. Pink fish shimmered underwater near a scuba diver, creating an unreal and beautiful moment in the sunlight. Glowing fish glides through dark water at night, turning the ocean into a living light show. Table glass explodes into pieces the moment a boiling kettle touches it, catching everyone completely off guard.